Even with 40,000 naira, I was almost stranded at Badagry, Lagos, Nigeria. In case you want to go to Badagry, this is why I'm here to give you all the tips you need to know, talking about timing, costing, accommodation, and most importantly, transportation. Hey Jams, my name is Jemima and not Jamima. You are welcome to my YouTube channel. If this is the first time of you coming across this YouTube channel, welcome, welcome, welcome. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel because you are in for a good ride. As someone that loved adventure a lot, I decided to go to Badagry and go see for myself. You know, I have heard so many beautiful things about Badagry, and we cannot talk about Badagry and not remember to mention how slave trade happened, how our people was enslaved. Oh my God. So I decided to just pack up my bag and go and see for myself. And this I'm about to tell you is what nobody has seen, because if I had seen it or hear it somewhere, I would have prepared myself much enough. Badagry is a beautiful place you will love to see, but then if you don't have those major tips, you are going to be stranded, and I don't want you to be stranded. First things first, let's talk about how do you even get to Badagry. As of today, if you go to a place called CMS in Lagos, you are not going to find a boat going to Badagry.
I'm currently at CMS. I just left where I'm supposed to enter a ferry going to Badagry.
The island is getting so many people going through that route, so you have to change your direction, or else you go through Port Novo, which is not really advisable, because to go to Port Novo is 16,000 naira via boat, and to go to Badagry initially was 8,000. Because there were no boats going to Badagry, I needed to look for another means, which is going by road. But where I was at CMS, I needed to take a train going to Mile 2. Then from Mile 2, I'll take a bus going to Badagry. So I needed to hop on the train. From the train, I got to the bus stop. Whenever I dropped, I had to enter a bus going to Badagry. And to enter a bus going to Badagry, you have to have 4,000 naira to go per person. And that was what I did. Because I started this adventure already, I can't go back home. I finally got to Badagry and I was super excited. You know, that feeling.
Welcome to Badagry, the original slave village. And this place says a point of no return. I can't imagine what these people had to go through during those times. I just want to go find out how it happened, where it happened, and how the whole thing panned out.
Here is where the actual costing began. When I was leaving my house, the thing I had in my head is, I know that I was not going to be free. Max highest, maybe let's say 5,000 naira, that was the highest. But to my shocker, they told me that there are 5 museums. If you really want to explore Badagry, and if you really want to explore the slave trade story, because there are point and step to everything, right? So you needed to pay for every little thing. And my hand just went grab. I'm okay. So there are 5 basic museums in Badagry, and you need to explore everything if you really want to get the story of how everything began and how it went down. So I need to write it down so that I don't forget. First things first, you have the Heritage Museum. Number 2, you have the Brazilian Barracons. The Brazilian Barracon is a prison. It's more like a prison that they stored slaves back then in Badagry. Then you have the Mobi original slave relics. It's more like a museum. That's where all the chains, all the chains are being stored. Everything significant to slave trade is being stored. Then you have the the wisdom well. The wisdom well is that well and that particular water that was given to the slaves so that they can be less aggressive, so that when they are taking them to the point of no return, everybody's just going to cooperate. Finally, the point of no return. All of these places you have to pay, and to have access to each of the museum, if you're a child, let's say for children is just 1,000 naira, while for adults is 2,000 naira. And don't forget, I said if you want to explore all of these beautiful, amazing places, you have to pay as you're going. If you want to access the point of no return right now, as of today, as of Badagry of now, you have to have 10,000 naira as an individual, because Ekeno has to party you all the way down to the point of no return. Talking about timing, I went very early though. In my mind, I thought Badagry is just a place I could just go and come back literally. But Badagry is not somewhere even close to Lagos. I promise you, it's quite far, but it's worth the journey if you really want to go, if you really want to explore Badagry. I never thought that I was going to need an accommodation, because I really felt bad I couldn't explore a lot of places, a lot of things I wanted to do. I couldn't really do it because I just I didn't really have a need why maybe I have to stay back or something. I didn't really envisage the timing. I didn't really plan it out all well. So next time if you want to go to Badagry, you can always, book like an hotel very close to that place, and it's quite affordable. Trust me, you can just, lodge there so that you can start your journey very, very early the next day. Going the day before is actually very, very cool. I'm going to recommend. I wish I had gone a day before. At least if I had gone a day before, I'm going to like explore more than I did. So if you want to go a day before, it's very advisable. Another thing I wish I knew before I went to Badagry, I found out that there are some other places like it's very fun and it's not just about the slave trade. Because majorly when you hear Badagry, what comes to mind is the slave trade and how everything started and how you panned out and everything. But there's so many other things to do in Badagry that is fun. You could go to the coconut market, which you have to plan very well. There are so many people that come from far and near, just to come and explore the coconut market. Then there's the fish markets where you can see the craziest fish alive. I promise you, fishes that are even bigger than human being. Maybe I'm gonna go back to Badagry. Hope this video helps you. So in case you want to go to Badagry, just have all of these tips in mind. Your costing is very important. Your accommodation is very important. Your timing very, very important, and your transportation, the means of transportation you choose to, is very, very important. If you find this video helpful, don't forget to give me a thumbs up by subscribing to my YouTube channel. Love it, share it, comment, and spread the good news. Thank you so much for watching my video. My name remains Jemima and not Jemima. Until next time that I see you, toodles.